Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And today I'm cleaning a condo building. And here's my setup with my products and pads and solutions and everything right there. And I've got my sign set up in the lobby, which is a great way to let people know that I'm here and doing the job. And so I'm going to show you what I'm about to do today. And I've actually been cleaning this carpet for, well, I guess this will be the 6th time, I believe, that I'm here. So let's go and take a look. Just kind of a slow elevator, and there's no music playing. I actually kind of like elevator music as I get older. Less of the frantic music and more of the peaceful music. Actually, my favorite thing to listen to when whenever I feel like listening to something is, believe it or not, Enya. I find it very relaxing. As I get older, I need that more. Anyway, let's go take a look. This carpet is, I think it's around 15, it might even be 20 years old. Actually, I'm not sure. But there is a few places, particularly by the elevators, where the seams are they're just letting go. And, well, it's a carpet that runs, so. But anyway, I'll show you what I've got. Here's another one. Okay, let's go all the way to the end here. So I did vacuum everything on this floor. Oh, for crying out loud. I told the guy I was coming back. I vacuumed. I said, put the mat in the door. I'm coming back in a bit to clean it. But anyway, people are not too bright. So anyway, here we go. I'll show you. This is about 4,500 square feet per floor. Much wider hallways than normal, 8 feet wide actually. So that's a little unusual. And now this is a scenario where we can show by showing that the myth that a carpet cleaned with this method requires flushing. This is where the greatest amount of wear is, and it's not actually, it's a little dingy, but you're not seeing any buildup of soil. But if I was to actually encapsulate, where I just, say use a Simex and scrub the soil into the carpet, which is actually all Simex is doing is just dissolving the soil and pushing it in. Makes sense that you would need to go every 2 or 3 times and steam clean it and flush that out, or as much as you can anyway, because you're just driving the dirt into the backing and relying on the vacuuming after the fact, which is often suspect, and your encapsulating cleaner. And some are better than others, of course. And then somehow that's actually the cleaning. And I've never been a proponent of that, so that's why I don't think I've ever done anything straight encapsulating cleaning on a... Anyway, I firmly believe in the SETT method, which is soil extraction transfer technology, which is to dissolve the soil and move the oily, sticky, visible soils and absorb it into the pad. That's what we're doing here. And then if you do that on a regular basis and the carpet gets vacuumed well in between, you won't ever have to do the flush. It just isn't necessary. And I've shown that many, many times, and I've got many carpets that I've been cleaning for 5, 10, 15 plus years, and it's just not an issue. So anyway, so this is about 4,500 square feet, so let's just see how fast I'll go. I don't expect I'll be going all that fast, because that's not my goal at all. I only saw a couple of spots and stains as I was vacuuming, so mind you, this carpet does hide it pretty well. But maybe we'll see more as the light from the machine goes over the carpet. So let's see what happens. And I'm cleaning today with Encap Hero, which is a product by Cosway Supply out of Ontario. That seems to clean very well. It's a powder. And about 2 ounces per gallon. Or actually, I guess I'm out of it. More than that for this job. Maybe almost 3, I think. But anyway, this section of the hallway is a little bit narrower than the rest of the hall. So I'll be doing this for a few hours. It took me, I guess, about 30 minutes or so to vacuum with my Hoover Conquest, which is a great vacuum. Covers the area very quickly, almost basically just kind of walk along with it, and it just it picks up so well because it's a direct air vacuum. So it really has tremendous airflow. And I'm cleaning with Astro. It's my preferred pad almost all the time now, and I particularly like using this pad for commercial because it gives me the additional scrubbing action with the Astro scrub strips. Looks like that might be a little spot right there. This is the older rabbit that I have. This one is 21 years old. Runs like a new machine. He's in a very good condition. Really nice machine. The handle release for this one is actually lower down on the handle, which is fine for certainly for commercial anyway, because you're not doing the stopping and releasing the handle up and down like you do so much in the home. So that's why I pull this one out for doing these jobs. And this one has the different tank on it. That's the mighty, I think they call it the wave tank. I think. And of course I am shower feeding because it's the most efficient, simplest way to go. It worked great. No issues at all. And I'll be able to clean for the next half hour or longer, and if I remember to show you by the time I get to when I finish here, I'll show you that the top of the pad will not be wet. I know there's people that keep saying that's what will happen if you shower feed, but again, I don't know why they keep saying that, because I've proven with many videos that is simply not the case. But I guess either they prefer to be ignorant or they are crawling wise. One or the other. I don't really care, because I keep putting out videos where I show it again and again that this works very well without any issues at all. Because actually, when I pull the valve, it actually is feeding on the right side of the machine on this side. So it actually kind of, most of the solution actually is thrown out to the right of the machine as I move to the right. And I immediately go over it, so most of it doesn't even go onto the pad at all. and where it goes on the pad, it just just on the outer edge, and that's it, on the top, and that's all. The top, 90% of the top of the pad remains totally dry, as long as I'm not over-wetting it. You can over-wet a pad, obviously, but I don't do that, because I've been doing this long enough to know not to do that. You learn to be skillful. But this is going to be kind of boring, I think. There was a stain here somewhere that I treated, I think. A little black spot somewhere along here. This carpet is actually, it hides stains pretty well. And you see the advantage. Now I've cleaned this carpet quite a few times with my Orbitec. Actually, when I first started cleaning it, that's what I was cleaning with. And you know, I'm not saying it doesn't clean. It cleans great, and it's a nice machine to use and everything. But one thing I began to realize that I really didn't like is with the orbital machines, because of the wheels down configuration. And I'd never do it with a wheels up machine either, by the way, because that's a whole other story. But the problem is, you got to walk down as far as you can reach with your power cord, then turn around and walk back. You go back and forth and back and forth. Hello. Hello. Just cleaning your carpet. Looking pretty bright. This is looking good. Oh, and squeaky clean too. Yeah. That's the thing I don't like. I decided I just don't like it anymore. The walking down and back and back and forth and back and forth. Rotary is, you just move forward all the time. As long as you've got the angle of the machine exactly where it should be, there's no stress or strain on you, really, or very little. I can do this for hours. You got to make sure your arm is almost straight. That's the perfect place. And my back is now straight. I'm standing straight. I'm not hunched over. I'm not. I'm not. The stress is not on my arms, really. I mean, I'm holding on to the machine, obviously, but there's not much weight on the machine, because most of the weight is balanced. Be interesting to see how long this takes me to do a floor. I think, I don't think I had this machine last time I was here. I think that I cleaned this machine last time with my Hawk 2-speed machine, which works fine too. This is just a little better machine. And the other thing to bear in mind, though, as far as rotary compared to the OPs, is that an OP machine is a better machine to give to somebody with less experience as far as the cleaning goes. If you're really competent, you know what you're doing, the rotary is a better choice. But if you aren't so comfortable with the rotary, and then the OP would be a better option. But for me, I like this. I prefer this. It's the way to go as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Fortunately, it's not too hot a day today, so that's good. Because doing condo hallways, sometimes in the summer here in the Okanagan, they can get pretty warm and humid, and then you sweat, and then you chafe, and that's no fun. Okay, so here we are. This is the wider portion of the hall. Which just means I'm going to swing it a little bit more than I would normally. Or I could run down the wall, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll just do it this way. This means I'm actually what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of a wider step. I'm just letting my body do a natural swing. So my foot move my foot to the right. I'm sort of swinging it out a little bit further than I would normally, and then that just makes it a more comfortable maneuver here. Because this is a wider swing than, or the other way is to sort of, I let go with kind of like that. In my hand here, I'll let it go. And just let the machine swing out like that. That's actually probably a better way to go here. There we go. And again, this machine at 300 RPM, we're doing 360 degree cleaning passes per second on the carpet, and that's a lot of passes very rapidly. And I'm overlapping. When I slow down, I go over an area a little bit more like that. There's a much more cleaning going on right there in a few seconds, literally a few seconds. And that's the doorway of a condo there, so I'll go over those just a little bit more. Although, so far I haven't seen any that look like they're even really soiled. The carpet is just standing up so well because I've been cleaning it on a regular basis. About once a year. Afraid this isn't going to be very exciting. Pretty much the same thing over and over. But it's very, very important when you're doing this kind of work to be very, very consistent. And that's where the skill level comes in. Make sure that you're passing that machine back and forth in a very consistent, even manner. Make sure you're not missing any spots. Oh, we're almost at my limit here. I can see the carpet is definitely looking quite bright, so we're moving along well. I guess I'll go here. I would guess that I'm going to use about 2.5, maybe 3 gallons per floor, maybe. Be interesting to see. But the other advantage I find with using the rotary and shower feeding is use a lot less solution. Even with the Vibe or the Orbotech, which I have, or the Orbot, which I also have, I use a lot more solution, even though I put smaller jets on the Vibe, and I put a valve to restrict the flow a little bit, because I thought, yeah, it's putting out way too much normally. So I restricted it, and yet I will use quite a lot more solution actually. It's just not necessary. So I've been at it for just over 20 minutes, and I'm getting near what I think would be the halfway point. Now, one of the things that people talk about the Cymax is they say how it's fast. It's really fast. I can't remember what they say. I think I've heard 2,000 square feet or so an hour. I can go over 4,000 square feet an hour with this machine. It's not really that hard, actually. So the machine that puts out the more square feet isn't the Cymax, is what I'm getting at. But you can hand a Cymax to a new employee, and 30 minutes later, they're pretty confident on it. But all they're actually doing is driving the dirt into the backing, and that's where I have a problem. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but that's just my take on it anyway. Now, this is the first time cleaning this carpet with this particular cleaning product. In fact, the last few times I've done it, I've been using the Bonnet Pro product, Revive Rocket, I guess, which is a good product. I'm not saying it's not, but it's one of the better products out there for sure. I would say though, you definitely want to always be using a product that's professional grade. Don't be going to the supermarket and buying. I laugh at the guys that do that, and They brag about how they're spending so little per gallon, and then they put in 8 to 10 gallons or 8 to 10 ounces per gallon or more to clean the carpet. And here I am, and the rest of us are already cleaning with stuff that's 2 or maybe 3 ounces per gallon. It actually is way less expensive to use, and it performs better, and doesn't leave any residue, and it's just kind of ridiculous. But that's just the way it is. There will always be those type out there that just don't get it, I guess. They're usually the same guys that tell you that you should run a professional grade carpet cleaning business just using an Orc all the time. Even if that's your vision, then more power to you. But wow, can you imagine doing this with an Orc? You should to know how many square feet an hour realistically you can clean with an Orc, because it sure isn't 4,000 square feet an hour. There's no way. And don't forget, in a case like that, you're going to have to stomp every 100 feet or two, or whatever, and spray the carpet. Hello. I hope this guy isn't doing his morning walk in the hall while I clean it. I got a feeling he might be. Oh yeah. Good grief. This is like the second or third time I've seen him moving back and forth here. Oh, actually, let's move this thing around the corner. Here's the Hoover Conquest. If you can see what I picked up there, that's a fair amount. It's up to about here, actually. Fabulous machine. Okay, now we're gonna just put a little bit of suspend on this area. Don't need much. All we have to do is just lower the surface tension a little bit. That just accelerates the process. Up. Okay, he's coming back now. Well, at least it's a comfortable place to walk rather than out in the heat, although today's not a bad day. It's really overcast. We had rain last night, actually. It was pretty nice. Okay, well, let's turn this way. This is the amount of swing that I would normally consider to be comfortable, and over swinging isn't actually really a good idea. But I'm over swinging in this hallway behind me because it's wider. But I'm gonna go this way across this part of the lobby area. Then I'll turn around and come back on the other side. And there was a stain up here, which I treated. Just about there, right there. You can see the seam, or run across the carpet. Maybe it was not a seam, but the stain's gone. There we go. So again, the Astro turf. This carpet, by the way, it does have a fairly decent loop on it. I actually, when I vacuumed it, I didn't have the vacuum on quite on the lowest setting because it didn't need to be. So this carpet actually does have a little bit of a pile, a little bit of a loop. So the Astro turf is really scrubbing and lifting that loop. Again, another myth about rotaries. People say, "Oh, it flattens a pile." No, it doesn't. I don't get where people get these dumb things that they say. What was the other one? Oh yeah, you can lose control if you go against the wall. One guy was saying, like, really? Well, maybe you would, but anyway. Let's have a look. I'm going to take a look at the pad here. Let's see where we're at. I don't expect it's going to be very dirty. Well, it's a little bit. So I'm gonna go to the B side. We'll do the rest of the hallway with the B side, and then we'll go over. This will be a brand new side of the pad for right in front of the elevator there. But you can actually, I can see anyway, maybe you can't, but I can see a definite difference between here and over here where I didn't clean yet. Definitely a lot brighter here.
Doing all the floors today?
Yep.
Wow. Busy boy.
Yeah. Keeps
Starting
me
from the top going down?
Yes, that way I go downhill. I know it's not really how it's happening, but it's psychological, right?
There you go.
You try to fool yourself and do that. Oh, yeah, that makes it a much easier.
Get it all done in a day?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Have a good day.
One bite at a time. Oh. Have a good ride.
Thank you.
Oh. Well, we're thinking about it. Let's see where we're at. The solution. Oh, okay, so I don't even think I've used, no, maybe I've used about half. So I was thinking I would probably use a tank, a floor. That's what I was thinking. I think this is technically a 4-gallon tank, although I'll probably never put 4 gallons in there. But anyway, I think we're a little bit low. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh yeah, I can see the difference happening right before my eyes here. It's not huge, but it's definitely brightening up. This just works so well, you know? Okay, we'll work our way back down this way. We're going a little slower in this area because, well, it's more wear and tear here coming out of the elevator. Of course. So, this isn't the ideal situation to show just how many square feet an hour you could clean, because I'm not going as fast as I could go, because the carpet itself is dictating how fast I go what I'm seeing, how it's responding, etc. So, but I have definitely gone over 4,000 square feet an hour with a rotary, 300 RPM rotary with this machine. It is absolutely doable. Need to switch my power now. Oh yeah, that looks better. Yeah. Oh, that's just slightly damp. That's just perfect, actually. I ideally want it to be dry. I don't want it to dry in less than 30 minutes, ideally. Hello.
Hi.
Doing his laps. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Yeah. Again, we're going to take our time in the doorways. So what I'm doing is I've kind of adapted my swing here to like this. That seems to be the most efficient way to do this. And I'm not twisting my back at all. If you do this and you twist and twist and twist, that's where you're going to end up with a sore lower back. You want to have your back do as little actual twisting as possible. And you want to have the handle adjusted so that you're standing as straight as possible. If you're hunched over, you're too low, or you're pulling up too much with your arms. If your elbows are jutting out and you're holding the weight primarily on your arms, and you'll feel it pretty quick too. You don't want to do that. It's got to be just exactly right. Once you get it, you'll get it. Apparently they are planning to replace this carpet next year, but other than the seams, or where you see those runs, this carpet's actually not really in bad shape at all. It's obviously not uglied out. It's not showing, build-up of soil, because I'm cleaning it every year, and that never happens when I'm doing that. So really, it's not actually worn out. It's just they've got some issues with those runs on the carpet. It's one of those. Some carpets want to do that. That's just their characteristic. So we're gonna move the plug plug here. Though this product that I'm using, the Encap Hero, has a slight odor. It's just a very slight. They call it linen, but it's actually not a bad smell. Just very faint. I can see the end of the hole. I'm gonna predict that I'm gonna be doing 4,500 square feet in less than an hour, by the look of it, and I'm not even really trying to go fast. Here the hallway's a little bit narrower. I'm just surprised how fast I'm going here. I'm not trying to go fast. I'm at the end of the line here. Yep. Thank you. All right. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, that is the 17-inch pad driver on the machine now. And that's what I prefer to use when I'm doing the big commercial work like this. It gives me a little bit wider footprint. For residential, I like the 15-inch, usually. But for the commercial work, I've got this 17-inch. I also have the one that came with the machine. Is it an 18 or 19? I'm not sure. Although I've actually never used it. The nice thing about this one is I do end up with a overlap of the pad with this 19-inch pad on here. So I think this is actually the ideal size, I think. I have a 15 and I have a 16 and I have a 17 and I have a 19 and I have a 13, which I actually almost never use that as well. I see a spot. Nope. Okay, gone. Spots hide really well on this carpet. So it looks like I'm almost done. So that means that I've just done about 4,500 square feet in well, less than an hour. So that's you know, are there other machines out there that goes as fast as this? And I'm not trying to go fast. I guarantee you I'm not. I knew I could do over 4,000 square feet an hour. I figured that probably 5,000 square feet an hour would be possible, but now I'm thinking more than 5,000 square feet an hour is possible. I don't think it's realistic, because in most cases you're going to be, you know, doing like what I'm doing here. I'm going back and forth and, you know, that sort of thing. So, and that's not really the way to judge a machine anyway, but it is nice to know that you can really move. And that's another reason, again, why I prefer the 2-speed rotary for commercial. It's the king of speed. It just is. In the hands of a competent operator, a skillful person, it's just the way to go. Okay. And how much did I use? For the whole floor. I am right there. So, and I was, yeah, I probably used maybe 2 gallons or so. So there you go. That's why the rotary, in my opinion, is a better choice. But anyway, I will continue on. Oh, let's have a look at this B side of this pad over here. Oh, it's fairly dirty. Okay, I'll let you go. So thank you for watching and have a good day.